Okay. Hello, everyone. We are Dog and Co. And we are so excited to present part two, completed ABCD, our full and final research presentation deck. Getting into the table of contents for today, I really wanted to do a quick introduction with our topic and our idea, then getting into two ABCD, so our secondary research, our observational research, our participant and non-participant research, and then finally just rounding it off with the big picture. So starting off with our topic, we really wanted to explore what the ideal dating experience looks like for pet owners. We chose this topic because pets play such an important role in people's lives, not only as companions, but also as just part of their identity, lifestyle, and even the love story. This topic really resonated with all of us on this team as pet owners, especially the phrase, love me, love my pet. So before I go forward, I really just want to introduce our team. We have Salihah James, Jillian Snapp, Allison Henry, and myself, Aahan Kapoor Sinha. And so that's our team. And then that's just some pictures of our dogs. So I'm going to start by handing it over to to Allison to talk about our secondary research.
Yeah, thank you. So, first, we did some research on pet lifestyle and well-being. We found that having a pet reshapes everyday life. People spend differently, travel less, choose pet-friendly trips, get more exercise, and connect more with others, especially dog owners who often make new friends in public spaces. We found that 97% of pet owners reported changes in their spending habits, travel choices, and daily routine, and 56% reported changes in their traveling after getting a pet. Then we looked into pets and romantic relationships. We found that pet owners often prefer partners who love or are comfortable with animals since pets can reflect qualities like empathy, care, and readiness for commitment. And disinterest or dislike towards pets can be a dating deal breaker for many people. Dogs in particular are seen as attractive. Some statistics we found were 50% of Americans would be more likely to date someone with a dog. 88% agreed that dogs enhance relationships, and 77% said that dogs are a positive impact in life. Then we looked at some challenges and pain points. We found that about 10% of pet owners have say having a pet makes their dating life more challenging, mainly because of limited time and energy that they can't really afford to spend on dating. And this can create extra hurdles when trying to balance relationships and pet care. We also found that 6% of people also reported that it negatively affects them if a potential partner has a pet. Then we looked into pets and dating apps. So while posts and profiles with pets definitely get more engagement with dating apps, a lot of young adults feel that apps hide the real person and it makes online dating feel less genuine. And many prefer in-person meetings, which feel more authentic and satisfying. And the sheer number of online options can sometimes overwhelm users and lower their satisfaction. So we found that 34% report being more drawn to someone who has a dog in their profile photo. 35% believe that their dogs have helped them break the ice with someone they are interested in. And overall, 86% believe that their dog has a favorable influence on their dating life.
Thank you, Allison. So I think in summary, it's very clear that having a pet changes their life a lot. 97% of pet owners say that it affects their spending, travel, and daily routine. Many travel less or pick pet-friendly spots because their pets matter. Pets also get people out and about more, like owners who walk their dogs and meet tons of new people, especially in parks or around the neighborhood. They're also a huge plus for dating. Half of all Americans are more likely to date someone with a dog, and dogs because they help break the ice and make connections easier. Now, considering all of this and considering how dramatically a pet can change someone's life, why should pet owners resort to dating apps that aren't really tailored to their lifestyle choices? So, to elaborate more on that, I'm going to invite Jillian to talk about our observational research.
Thank you. So for our observational research, we started off by by creating a stakeholder map, and this map centers on dog owners. The closest connections are family, friends, and other dog owners, while social and lifestyle support comes from groups like breed clubs, dog parks, trainers, groomers, vets, pet sitters, and pet-friendly cafes or events. The map shows how a dog owner's strongest relationships are at the core with additional layers of social and community support radiating outward. We also did competitive research and a screener prototype. For our competitive research, we looked at other dating apps and we looked at their strengths and weaknesses. And then for our screener prototype, we created a screener to find our target audience and select participants for our survey. And our chosen method was peer observation slash non-participant observation or covert. For this study, we chose covert non-participant observation because we observed interactions in natural settings without directly engaging with participants. By observing people at dog-friendly spaces, we were able to notice patterns in how dogs spark conversations, act as social bridges, and shape the overall dating experience without disrupting the natural flow of people's behavior. So we took this approach to 4 different locations. We looked at the Fayette Medical Center, the Tailgate Brewery, Lita Thompson Dog Park, and Cafe Intermezzo. What we looked at for in these locations were key moments in the service experience, positive moments in conversations, and activities in behavior.
Thank you, Jillian. So I think the takeaway that we got from that is that dogs make it easy for owners to connect with each other. Places like vets, park, breweries, and coffee shops naturally break the ice and spark conversation. But the vibe really depends on the setup, because friendly staff, treats, and comfortable spaces can potentially encourage socializing, while noise, crowding, and a lack of pet friendly features can really get in the way. So, good design and amenities are key to making these interactions more relaxed and enjoyable. Now, when talking about some of these interactions that we had with our participants, I want to hand it over to Salihah to talk about our participant research.
Thank you. Yeah, so the next part of our process was the interview process. So we examined how pet ownership, particularly dog ownership, shapes modern dating experiences. So as digital dating continues to evolve and individuals become more selective, dog owners represent an underexplored or underrepresented group whose unique challenges and opportunities reveal valuable insights into what an ideal dating experience could be. So the overall objective, we sought out to investigate how owning a pet impacts the dating lives of young adults. Our target audience was young professionals ages 25 to 35 to learn the ideal dating experience for them. So each team member conducted 2 in-depth interviews, about 30 to 40 minutes each, with individuals who represented our targeted audience, which I mentioned earlier. So we began each session with a brief introduction and just a lighthearted icebreaker to help participants feel comfortable. And then from there, we guided the conversation using a mix of like frame-based, heart-based, problem-based, and future-based questions, along with, open-ended prompts tailored to our topic. So this structure allowed us to uncover not only practical habits and challenges, but also the deeper emotions, motivations, and desires shaping how dog ownership influences modern dating experiences. Okay, so on my left here is just basically an analysis. So this is how our team kind of analyzed our interviews. We started off with like a theme, insights, and then just like examples from the interviewees or like quotes. So one summary that I have for one of our charts, we just kind of compared how personality, lifestyle, and culture shape dog owners' approaches to dating. So one person was more introverted, home-oriented, and had a more home-oriented lifestyle, which contrasted with another person who was more outgoing, but yet both prioritized partners who understood and respect their pets' needs. So pets serve varying roles from matchmakers to social connections, influencing both dating behavior and relationship expectations. So basically across both perspectives from both of those people that were interviewed, empathy and flexibility, along with pet compatibility, emerge as core values. Okay, so what the consumer wanted or wants, what we found from interviewing, we found that they wanted pet-centric features, so pet profiles, filters, matching algorithms, community building, groups, meetups, activity suggestions, and then seamless integration in terms of design. So, features to help ease dating life and pet care.
Thank you, Salihah. And I think from our interviews, it became very clear that dogs play a defining role in the dating experiences of young professionals. For many that we interview, dogs are like their family, and that makes pet compatibility an integral factor in partner selection. Daily routines and social plans revolve around pet care, so it really shapes how people date. And while dogs can spark meaningful connections, they also influence first impressions and overall relationship dynamics. Despite such challenges, there are always time constraints, limited pet friendly spaces, and even allergies that we have to consider. Regardless, though, there is a strong potential for innovation, particularly through dating apps and services that prioritize these pet friendly lifestyles and shared experiences. And to get more into the lifestyle side of things and how our overall research tied in, I'm presenting our non participant or our survey research. We surveyed 35 people, and from our screener prototype, we identified them to be dog owners aged 25 to 35, single or casually dating with 1 to 3 dogs. In order to expand our reach, we sent this survey out to multiple countries. So we got responses not just from here in the United States, but also India, Singapore, and Dubai. And here are our major takeaways. The first is that dogs and lifestyle are very closely linked. 70% of dog owners that we surveyed said that their dogs shape their routines a lot or completely. And that means that for most, owning a dog is not a lifestyle choice. It's like a major lifestyle commitment. It's not just a hobby. When it comes to activities with pets, we found that the frequency is majorly once a week or daily. And the most popular activities are walks, dog parks, restaurants, travel, and staying at home. And so that's also where our observational research came in handy because we were able to see some of this behavior in real time. When it comes to dogs and dating, we actually found dogs to be an integral part of the dating culture. And this was actually supported by our secondary research as well, because from our survey, we found that 69% of people said that dogs spark conversations, 92% said that their partner must like dogs, and 61% prefer dog friendly dates. And now, as for the problem, we found that 53% of people said having a dog has made their dating life more challenging for them. We identified these pain points before, and it primarily boils down to different comfort levels, lack of pet compatibility, and limited time and other responsibilities. When we did our competitor analysis, we knew the platforms that people were on. So we also wanted to identify pain points within those apps that we can resolve ourselves. And the four big frustrations that came up were not enough shared interests, a tendency for ghosting, a lack of authenticity and a lack of verification, and superficial matching that was based only on looks. But, and this is the most important statistic, 94% expressed interest in a dating app for dog owners. That definitely proves that within our target market, there is a strong scope for innovation in a market like this. And our major takeaways, as mentioned, kind of tying on all the research together, we showed how a dating experience that is authentic, understanding, and integrated with pets should allow both people and their dogs to connect naturally through shared spaces, activities, and values. And our top desired features include showing a dog's profile with pet compatibility filters, icebreaker prompts that include dogs, and dog friendly date suggestions. And now, the big picture. If you're a dog owner, dating is a team sport. Your dog is a part of your social life, daily habits, and even who you want to date. It's your family, your wingman, and your matchmaker all in one. And that's why dog owners want real connections with people and dogs who get that lifestyle. But then there are plenty of hurdles, from finding dog friendly date spots to dealing with partners who just don't get it. Most of all, people want dating apps and spaces that don't treat dogs as an afterthought, but actually integrate them into the process and help both pets and people make genuine connections together. That is our goal at Dog and Co. And that is why we are pitching our app. And hopefully, this research allows us to move forward with genuine insights that cater to our target market. Thank you.